what's up, everybody? So it's a new day, and it's actually a really beautiful day outside. Let's take a look. I mean, the weather is, you would never think there's a hurricane out there in the water right now, but there is. Anyways, we're just kind of cruising around a little bit. Today is actually Tuesday, the day after Labor Day. According to the news outlets, they say that this storm will possibly, hit us here in Charleston on Thursday. So we got a little bit of time before all this goes on. And with that being said, got to get out and go do something. I mean, just can't sit in the house all day. Getting kind of bored. You know, honestly, the dealership could have been open today. I mean, the weather's nice. There's no rain going on. I mean, it's a beautiful day outside. I'm sure people that own the car dealership are probably like, what are we doing? Why aren't we open? You know, we could be selling cars and doing that kind of thing today. But in all reality, even though a lot of places are closed, because basically we're under a state of evacuation, and also we're under a state of emergency. So they've asked us to evacuate, and it's emergency. And when that is being said, in the car business, no vehicles can be sold when the state is under emergency, because no insurance company will insure a vehicle while the state is under emergency. So with that being said, that kind of puts us car guys out of selling while this is all going on. So even though the weather's nice, hey, why not get out the house for a minute and let's go find something to get into. And today we're gonna actually go out and we're gonna be trying to find some really cool vehicles to go film. So anyways, that's what we got on the list. Now, as you'll see right in this area here, you're gonna see cones. Basically, this area here is an evacuation route, and basically the interstate's right up there. So if you get on the interstate, you have to go north. All the lanes have been reversed. So, I mean, everybody's going north. You cannot go south, which also causes some issues with people going to work and all that kind of thing. If they do have a place that's open, because they can't hit the interstate, they have to travel. They got to travel on the back roads or the city streets, because the interstates are pretty much shut off just for going up north, that type of driving. So they're gonna make sure everybody does what they got to do to get on the road and get going and get into safety. Even though this storm may not even really do anything all that bad, people want to be safe, and it's better to be safe than sorry. That's what they say. All right, what's up, everybody? So we're at our local Toyota dealership here in North Charleston, South Carolina today. Now, of course, there's a hurricane out on the horizons out there, out on the ocean. With that being said, this hurricane is supposedly to be here Thursday night. And that's when we should start getting the brunt of the storm a good bit. Today is actually, today's Tuesday, day after Labor Day. Now, I stopped by our local Toyota store to do some filming, or just see if there's something out here I could film. And as I'm out here, I mean, you can see some cars out here, but basically they have taken all the Tundras and all probably the most expensive, or just as many vehicles as they could. And there's a security guard over there, and he said, look, they've done moved all the inventory into some huge warehouse somewhere. So, wow, that must be a pretty massive warehouse, considering, you know, hundreds of cars out here. But anyways, I'm kind of on a Toyota kick right now. I got myself a Toyota. It's been a while. Last time I owned a Toyota 4Runner was, gosh, back in the mid 2000s. I had an 02 limited SR5 Sport package with the hood scoop and all that, 4Runner. Four-wheel drive. I loved it. It was silver. It was a beautiful vehicle. Me and my wife really enjoyed it back in the day. And so anyways, it's been a while, but I got me another 4Runner. Really happy about it. Now, I love to have a new body style 4Runner, but that's just a little bit out of our budget at this moment. But I'm really happy with the one I got. I haven't had it for very long, and I haven't even done a review on it yet, but that day is coming. But I have done some upgrades to it since I've had it over the last 3 weeks. And anyways, we'll talk about that a little bit more later. But let's go take a look at some of the new 4Runners and see, kind of see what they got out here, because I really like the 4Runners. I've been learning a lot about the 4Runners. I watched this Donut channel video, and Donut Media or something like that. What a great channel, by the way. I'm sure a lot of y'all automotive people on YouTube here that watch this stuff have seen it. But anyways, they gave the history of the Toyota 4Runner, and I was pretty blown away. I had a lot of stuff I didn't know, but basically the Toyota 4Runner was the first vehicle, the first SUV, basically the first SUV. I mean, I've never knew that, but basically, you know, that's why it's on a Toyota Tacoma chassis. I'm pretty sure it's kind of like a truck. It was a truck back in the days, and basically a dealer here in America took the 4Runner to the Winnebago store and said, hey, let's put some hatches, or let's put, you know, whatever that is, camper shells over the back of the truck area, bolt some seats down in there, and let's make this thing into some type of off-road truck slash SUV that more people could sit in the back of. And they sold like hotcakes. The next thing you know, that dealer and Toyota hooked up and made the 4Runner. Pretty incredible. Let's take a look. So I mean, this is just an SR5. I don't think we're gonna get to see any TRD pros out here today, but I mean, you know, 4Runners are good looking. They really are. I'm loving these wheels. These are pretty popular. I'm seeing those rims for sale on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist a lot. So nice looking wheel. I've thought about buying a set of those rims for my 4Runner, but I think I'm gonna go the route and maybe get something a little bit different. But I'm loving the front. I mean, just has that mean look about it. And one thing I like about it, and I'm trying to kind of look at it and tell right now, but it's something that I've thought about on my 4Runner, is getting a leveling kit for it, right? The front of mine, and I can kind of see it on the front of these as well, but the front sits a little bit lower than the back. As you can see here, there's your wheel well gap. And then you get to the back here, and it's jacked up a good bit higher. It looks like at least another 2 inches higher, or an inch or so. So even my 4Runner, same type of situation going on. So I definitely want to get a leveling kit for my 4Runner and have the front sitting a little bit higher. Something tells me that if you buy a 4Runner that has the TRD off-road package on it, I'm pretty sure it's already leveled out all the way around. Because I've seen them going down the road, and they look to be already kind of leveled out. That blue's really pretty. It really is. I'm loving that blue on there. But let's take a look at just an SR5, because this is pretty much what I got. I got an SR5 4Runner. This is basically what I have right here, but mine's back in the mid-2000s. Let's see how much one's going for today. Just a base model SR5, which this one's actually got leather interior, which is nice. But wow, wait, the price is still up there though, man. I mean, they're $42,240. $42,240 for a 2019 4Runner SR5 with leather. Okay, so you're talking 42 grand for a 4Runner. Now think about that. Okay, I mean, so when you see that TRD Off-Road Pro going down the road, and you're like, man, that looks good. It's got that cool color. It's got the black wheels. It's got the lift. I mean, it's got all these extras on it. You got to remember, folks, you're probably looking at a $60,000 4Runner driving down the road. Someone bought it for $60,000+. I mean, maybe a little bit less, maybe in the mid 50s, but still, that's a lot of money. Somebody's got a pretty hefty car payment there on that 4Runner. So you could buy yourself a pre-owned one, a little bit older possibly, and do some upgrades to it and save yourself a ton of money. But there's always those folks out there that are going to go out and buy that new 4Runner and have it already all decked out. Anyways, let's see what else we can find, because there's a few of them out here. Another color that looks great is the burgundy over here. I'm loving this. Wow, man, they just look so good, don't they? Now you're gonna see. I want you to take a look. Now we're just talking about suspension and stuff today, but here's just SR5. It's definitely sitting lower in the front, right? Then we come over to this right here. There's something different going on here, right? Look at the front of this one. It's got a lot more wheel well gap going on here. Look at this. It's bigger, okay? I don't know what the difference is, other than we got rails. Maybe there's a different suspension. Maybe it's 4-wheel drive. It's still 40,000 bucks. Oh, 4x4 SR5 V6. So the 4-wheel drive has got a little bit more lift on it, okay? Here's a white one. Oh, isn't that pretty? Wow. That one there, you can see it's got the front. Must be a 4-wheel drive. It's got the rear spoiler on the back. So I'm liking that. Wheels, pretty much they all come with those wheels. I like the rails on the bottom. Those look good. Beautiful vehicle. I really like the white as well. And that's just pretty, you know, looks really nice. You got the headlights, the fogs. I mean, just the front of that car is just so aggressive. Looks really nice. But I don't know about y'all, but I really do like a 4Runner. Always have, always will. Just a really nice looking vehicle to own. So anyways, guys, there's your 4Runners. We didn't get to see any really cool ones today, like TRD Pros and all that. I think those are pretty much locked up in their facilities due to the hurricane. But there is one really unique 4Runner out here today, and it's mine. So let's talk about mine for a minute. I'll show you a few upgrades I got done to it. My 4Runner is a 2004 SR5, and basically what I've done to it is the grill on the front. I went ahead and resprayed the grill. Okay, so that's a little bit different. We put a roof rack on top. The wheels on my 4Runner were silver, and I plasti dipped them in black. They're plasti dipped, so if I ever wanted to take the plasti dip off, I'm sure I could. But anyways, those rims right there are off of a Toyota FJ Cruiser, so FJ Cruiser wheel, something a little bit different, with 265/70 R17s. Of course, you know, I want to get a leveling kit on the front to bring that front up a little bit more to kind of match the back. And I also would like to get a little bit grippier tires. Tires on here when I got it are not brand new, but I like to get a little bit more kind of an all-terrain type tire, you know, give it that little 4-wheel drive look about it, and get a little bit more grippier tire. And one day we're gonna get out there and have a little fun in the gravel. That's the idea. They say with a 2-wheel drive 4Runner, you know, don't try going through the mud and all that kind of stuff, because if you don't know what you're doing, you could get stuck. But I would like to go out there and try it out, have a little fun. And the other upgrade to do on the vehicle, if you have a 2-wheel drive, is getting a rear locker. And so that's something I'd like to do as well. And they say the rear locker on the back helps with a little bit of performance going around corners and all that, because basically when you're driving this thing, if you got in the mud, one wheel in the back is going to be spinning. Okay, that rear locker on there is going to give me power to both rear wheels, which would be nice. So that'd be the next thing we do on our 4Runner. Anyways, we got our gas can up there, we're ready. We got a hurricane coming in about a day and a half here, and we got generators, we got food, we got water. We're going to buckle down in our house here in the Carolinas, and we're going to weather out the storm. All right, everybody, as you can see, traffic is pretty heavy on the road today. A lot of people seem like they're headed to hit the interstate to get out of town. I think we're gonna go a different direction and try to get around all this traffic, considering everything going on. I mean, look at this. Wow, I mean, it's just usually not this jam-packed on the highway before a regular day. This is a lot of people. The other thing you got to realize too, why there's so much traffic right now, is that this direction is going north. And with that being said, people that are trying to come this way, they can't go on the interstate. So that's why there's a lot of cars on the road right now, is because a lot of people are coming this direction due to going somewhere, because the interstate is closed. And these are people that probably aren't even evacuating town, or maybe they are and they're just trying to hit the interstates. All right, everybody, so while I'm in traffic right now, I wanted to show y'all something. It's not a Toyota 4Runner, but it is kind of similar if it catches up with us here in all this traffic. But it looks like an old school Toyota truck, which I guess we're not going to be able to catch up with it because he's turning off. But let's see. Well, maybe so. But it's what I'm trying to show you is Toyota truck with a camper shell on the back. And from what I had seen, you know, that's kind of how the 4Runners had started. Let's see, maybe it'll catch up with us. Hang on a minute, guys. There's a ton of traffic on the road today due to evacuation going on with the hurricane. But all right, well, doesn't look like we're going to be able to film that little truck because he's a little bit too far back. Anyways, I would have loved to film more Toyotas out there today, but there's just can't do it, man. they've pretty much evacuated most of the vehicles off the car lot. Anyway, stay safe, everybody. This is Chad. I'm signing out from Charleston Car Videos. I appreciate everybody that's been a viewer of the channel for so many years. I know that a lot of y'all want more videos, see more videos and things like that. I know you do. I know this is kind of the end of this video, but for the ones that have been watching on the channel for a while, you know, I'm sorry that I'm not putting as much content up as I once was. You know, for a long time there, it was every day putting videos up, or at least a couple a week. You know, life has kind of gotten in the way a little bit, and I gave it a hard try for the last several years, pushing up YouTube videos, trying to make this a full-time gig. And you know, it works for some people, but some people it doesn't work. And it's not that it maybe won't work for me, but at the same time, I have a family. If I didn't have a family and so many obligations to take care of people and you know, keep mouths fed and keep the bills being paid, which is definitely super important. You know, if I didn't have all that, maybe I could do this thing every day like I was. But guys, you got to remember, I really tried hard to just do this full time. And my wife, man, I can't believe she actually let me try it, you know, and she did. She let me go after my dream and my passion of being a YouTuber. And I want to say thank you to her for doing that, for giving me that opportunity. But it kind of got at the end of the road, and I had to go back to work and selling cars. I mean, got to make money. That's number one. And you know, hey, I'm still young. I'm only 38 years old, and maybe when the kids grow up, maybe I can give it another shot and go full time. Or hey, we'll just do the videos, man. If something miraculous happens and you know we can go full time, we will. But right now, taking care of my family is number one. I hope some of y'all can understand that, and I'll try to do what I can for car videos. You know, I don't appreciate reading some comments, people saying, oh, you know, or this one person saying, oh, the channel is dead. You know, no, the channel's not dead. If the channel was dead, I would delete it. It wouldn't even be around anymore. I still do put videos up, and there's a lot of great videos on the channel that I have put up that still people watch every single day. So the channel's not dead, it's thriving, and we're still growing. So yeah, just sometimes, you know, hey, you gotta take a few months and regroup yourself and get things, you know, get things back on the right path, and that's what we're doing. So I could not continue struggling to make ends meet every single day. It was very difficult, and you know, it had to be fixed. So I had to fix it. All right, guys, that's it though. But hey, we will do more videos. We will, man. And if you don't like the Jeep stuff, I'm sorry. Let me know, you know. But right now, that's what I do. I'm selling pre-owned Jeeps and other type of vehicles, and that's going to be some of the content you'll see when I'm at the car dealer. And you know, hey, I know not everybody's going to be into it, but we got a Jeep event coming up later this month in September, and I'm hoping that will I'm hoping that'll be something great for everybody to enjoy watching.